Hi guys, I thought I'd do a short video on commendations for Strike, run through them with you, explain any ones that might be a bit tricky, whatnot, and have a look through and explain them basically. So the Strike commendations, there's 21 of them to collect. I'm on 16 out of 21 at the minute. I'm just going to go through these and give you some hints and tips. I've also got a video for one of the more tougher ones, which I'll link to in the description. Okay, so the first combination I got was bomb-proof. I can complete a strike activity without taking any explosion damage. So you look at the objective there, it says completed a strike activity with the specified conditions, World Tier 5, hard difficulty, preemptive or tactical strike. I jumped in with Greg on this. We did, I got it the first mission I did, Lincoln Tunnel, that's the one we did. And I was sure I took explosion damage. I don't think I took any from the ads because, well, the NPCs, because I was sniping and I stayed away from them, so I think that's what this one was for. The explosion damage to myself with the red bar, I definitely did take multiple times and still got this mask. So I don't know, might be a bit bugged, but the easiest way to get this anyway would be running a group, stay at the start of a mission, let them finish it, you'll get it. Same with the other mask, as we'll talk about in a second. I got baby steps to complete an activity in the strike playlist, all self-explanatory. Kill 25 Rikers via a death grenade explosion. So obviously you've been playing strike for a few days now. You know when enemy dies, they get a little like timer, like a bomb detonator that goes up. It targets close by enemies and explodes and causes them damage. So you can also kill them. You'll just get that. Keep playing strike, keep grinding, whatever you're doing, you'll just get that. I don't need to worry about. So how do you do that? Complete a strike activity without triggering an explosion on yourself. So that's what I was just talking about. You can take explosions from enemies dying with that timer that comes up. That will also not just like latch onto other enemies or latch onto yourself. You will take damage, and you have a red bar just above your health bar that fills out. When that fills out, it will trigger a self explosion. So that commendation is for completing activity without that explosion on yourself. So I got that once again. I was in a team of 4. It was for the other mask, which is this, best for enemies. Complete a strike mission without taking explosion damage from an ally. So for that one, specifically for this one, is like when an ally is, so not yourself with the red bar, but one of your friends is the red bar, and they're about to explode or whatnot. You'll notice a red line when you're close to your friends appears connecting you both. We're in that red line. If they take explosion damage, you are going to. So once again, all I did with that one was stayed at the start of the mission, and my friends completed it, and I got the mask. Very, very easy combinations. Handbags at dawn, set down 150 support stations. I did this without even trying. I run Striker, and I run a support station just to give me a bit of overheal. So because of how I run it, I just got it. If you don't run like that, if your playstyle's a bit different, all you got to do is set down support stations 150 times. Easy. Nothing to worry about there. Running Riot, kill 500 Rikers during strike. That will just happen. You're going to be grinding, I imagine, for that GE to get all your gear. That is going to happen. Having a riot, complete all the events in the strike playlist. So all you got to do is complete each event once. Once you've done that, you unlock that commendation and patch. That's including stolen signal. You can do stolen signal on challenging. You can do Warringate, Times Square, Lexington, Lincoln, all on hard. And you can play it just on strike. You don't need to have the preemptive or tactical on. Backup security, so complete a preemptive or tactical strike mission with all agents using only security wing skills. We're going to talk about that one in a minute. Complete a preemptive or tactical strike mission with agents using only security wing skills. Practically exactly the bloody same, apart from feeling secure, it looks like you could do solo, whereas backup security you have to do in a team. But yeah, we'll discuss that a bit more in a second. Okay, Pyromania. This was a tricky one. I was reading this, I was trying to figure out how to do it. So kill a marked enemy with a grenade to damage another enemy. So how I read that, a marked enemy would be when one of the enemies die and it comes up with that ticker. That ticker doesn't last long, it's about 1 or 2 seconds. And then they explode. And while that ticker's on, it marks other enemies. So while those other enemies are marked, I envisage just you've got to throw a grenade and kill a marked enemy. So once they are marked by another dead enemy, you got to kill them while marked. So you have like a 2-second window to kill them. But once you kill them, They then got to go into their detonator and mark another enemy and cause them damage. Anyway, there's a little clip now of me doing it. But all I did for this is gone through the strike playlist. I was just grinding, and I was throwing frag grenades at any group of enemies that I see. And I just went for potluck. It's either going to do it or it's not. You'll see a great place now in this clip in Warringate where I do that. And I'll get them from down here. I fucked them all up before they even got out last time. I need that kill though. Have a grenade, you bastards. I might have got it! Yes! Woohoo! As you can tell, I was quite excited when I got it. I was trying for about an hour. Just do the same, just throw frag grenades, a group of enemies, you'll get the Pyromania. It'll just happen. Strike cash grab, you need to open 30 GE caches, you'll get that for sure. Okay, here's the two I want to talk about. I've got a separate video for this, but security officer and core security. So complete all preemptive or tactical strike missions with all agents using only security wing skills, and the security officer complete all preemptive or tactical strike missions with agents using only security wing skills. Once again, the only difference is I think you can do security officer solo. Core security has to be in a team. You can solo every single one of them apart from stolen signal. Good luck with that, you ain't going to be soloing that. And core security, like I say, you just got to do them all in a team. I got all these together in a group of 4, we did both of them. Now, I'm not going to go into it too much, I have a separate video that I'm going to link you to in the description that's going to show you how we did stolen signal. It's going to explain it a bit more about the builds we used. It is the most difficult combination to get these two, because completing stolen signal with only security skills, that is a challenge. We ran it in a very experienced team. We've completed stolen signal numerous times together. We flawlessed it together. We found it quite easy, to be fair. We wiped a couple of times, but we were done within an hour, and it felt easy. It's doable. Just click on that link if you're struggling and have a look at that video. I'll explain how to do that, give you more information, and you get to watch us do it. And then carrying on, there's on a strike, complete the strike playlist using preemptive or tactical strike on every event. Nice and easy. And detonator, mark 150 enemies in tactical strike. That is just going to happen. It's got to be done in tactical strike. It's the most recent one for me, because we played on preemptive a lot. We're running striker. The explosions are real. Like if you get in the middle of a load of enemies exploding, you are going to wipe it. They're huge on tactical. It is so much fun. But we did a lot on preemptive, so it was only last night that we started doing them all on tactical, and I got it. But that will just happen. It's just when enemies get marked. So you kill an enemy, that enemy marks other enemies. There's 1, 2, 3 marks towards this or whatever. Very, very easy. So the combinations I haven't got yet. I still need to do boom boom. So kill 15 enemies using explosive ammo during a preemptive or tactical strike mission. So just start the mission, set it to preemptive or tactical, and if you hold, I think it's left on the D-pad, it brings up all your ammunition you can use. Switch to explosive ammo and just kill ads. That's all you need to do. I don't know why I haven't done it yet, I just haven't bothered. Well, you only need to do 15. That is very easy. Rampage, kill 50 enemies using your own strike explosion. This is taking a bit longer. I believe it will just happen, and you shouldn't need to farm it. I'm only on 27 out of 50 though. I imagine that tops out of 100. So as I already explained, you have a red bar on preemptive or tactical above your health bar. Once that red bar fills, you trigger a self-explosion. So you need that self-explosion to kill enemies. So running striker 6-piece, I'm in and about the enemies. I'm getting a few. As you can see, I'm at 27 without even trying. If I did want to farm this to get it done, I would probably run Lexington solo. I would get enemies low on health, and the red bar fills up when they're shooting me. So I'll get them low on health, stand there, and let them shoot me. I'll have an explosion, they'll die, it'll count towards this. I imagine that wouldn't take too long. So that's all you need to do for that. Spray and pray, complete the strike playlist using only submachine guns. Really easy. Lincolnton, Lexington, Times Square, Warringate, not a problem at all. We all just ran submachine guns. Stolen signal requires a little bit more, so I wouldn't go for this while going for the other one that requires you to use security skills. I do them both separately, and then on this one, to be fair, 3 people could get this in one run. You only need 1 sentry, so if everyone else ran defense or final measure and they just made sure they had some machine guns set, it's easy enough to get on Stolen Signal. I actually went for this last night, and I had to put a shield on to protect the hostage in the last room, and then when I took the shield off, I switched to my pistol and I fired it, and it fucked up for me. But I should have it already. I just need to do it again. Not a problem. Once you've done Stolen Signal a few times, I don't think that's hard. You'll be fine. Strike Boss Killer, I think, is going to be the longest one to get. Well, for me anyway, I've only got 14 out of 50. This tops out at 150, so you've got to kill 50 Riker bosses during Strike. I could have swore on the last GE and the one before, they both had boss kill commendations, and they had to be done on the global event missions. This one, though, pretty sure I'm okay, it's 100% confirmed. It can be any Riker boss in the world. It could be open world, DZ, underground. Because we were doing DZ, me and Greg got a couple of Riker bosses and they counted, so I'm basing it on that. But anyway, you do need to kill 150 Riker bosses. I'm not going to worry about this if I get to the weekend. This is for the mask as well, the jungle mask. It is easy. All you really need to do is select. It could be any mission. I'm just going to go with, let's say, Lincoln Tunnel. So at the end you have that sniper that comes up. I'm going to go and kill that sniper. I'm then going to die. It'll respawn me just before that. I'm going to go and kill that sniper. I'm going to die. It respawns me again. Rinse and repeat. Every kill's counting. So you can do that. So I would just keep plugging away at the GE, keep grinding, keep doing what you're going to do, and then come the weekend, end of the weekend, see how many you need on this and grind the rest, maybe just doing it that way. Just killing bosses and dying, rinse and repeat, and it's easy enough. It's all 3 masks are really easy to get. The Strike Boss Killer's just got to take a bit of time. And then the final one I haven't got is Strike Reviver. You need to revive 100 agents while playing Strike playlist. Easy enough. You just need to revive people. That is probably just going to happen. And that is it. That is all the commendations for Strike, and I think it is a real easy bunch of commendations. They're 3 easy masks. I do think Stolen Signal is a nice challenge, especially for people that are confident with it like ourselves. We thought it was. Yeah, nothing too difficult at all. If you have any questions, please post them. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and please subscribe. And like I've already said, if you do want a bit more help on Stolen Signal, to see how we do that, I'll link it at the end of this video now, and I'll also put it in the description. Have a look at that. That's it for now. Peace out.